Here we're going to tie the Bitch Creek Stonefly. First thing we're going to do is just add some lead wire to the shank of the hook. And I'm going to start my thread. I'm just going to build up a little thread dam real quick at the head of the fly. And I'll take my thread all the way back to the back, where I will build another thread dam to keep the wire from sliding back and forth. And what I'm just going to do is wrap through this wire 3-4 times just to kind of secure it and make sure it's not going to move on me. None of this really has to be pretty, just needs to get the job done and keep it from sliding. Once I've gone through it 3-4 times, I'm just going to take my thread all the way up to the front here, where I'm going to take a white round rubber leg in medium. I'm just going to tie it in on the side of the hook, and I'll do that on each side. I'll kind of use the eye of the hook to help split them, and if you like, you can cut them to a little bit more of a manageable length. And we're going to take our thread all the way to the back. We're going to do the same exact thing. Rubber leg on each side. Using the shank of the hook here to kind of split those legs. I want each leg on each side of the shank. There we go. Now, once we have that secure, we're ready for our chenille. First color of chenille that we're going to use is orange. I'm going to tie this in right on the side of the shank, and we're going to take some black chenille in medium. Both of these are in medium. If you're tying a smaller one, you can use fine. We're going to tie this black on the other side of the shank. Then we're going to take our thread about 3/4 of the way forward. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chenille, I'm going to wrap the black to one side. I'm going to take this orange and I'm going to wrap it around the black, and I'll pull the black to the other side. What I'm going to try to do is get this to seat to on the side of the hook. I want the split to be right on the side. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to pull my yellow, go up and around the black, then I'll go under, and I'll take the black over, go up and around the black, take the black back over, take the orange under, go around the black. Essentially what we're doing is we're weaving the chenille, go over the top. And it's best if you keep your chenille fairly long. My chenille pieces here are about 10-12 inches. And if they're long, they're easier to manage. If they're short, they get a little more difficult. This is a pretty simple, common weave. I just keep weaving forward. The idea is to keep the orange on the bottom and the black on the top. You get these wonderful little tiger kind of stripes down the side of the fly. Once we get to about that 2/3 or 3/4, I should say, point, we're just going to stop with our weave. And I'm going to take my thread. I'm just going to capture both of these chunks of chenille with my thread. And before we trim out both of them, I'm going to leave the black tied in. I'm going to trim out the orange. I'm just going to prepare kind of a body here. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in a piece of hackle. The hackle we're going to use is just a brown hackle feather from just a dry fly cape. We're going to tie it in by the tip of the hackle. I kind of pre-stripped it just to get it ready. We're going to tie this in. Trim out our stem. And I'm going to take my thread forward all the way to the front. And I'm going to take this black chenille and make sure all my hackles pulled out of the way. And I'm just going to wrap a nice big thorax here. Nice and black. And then I'm going to capture that chenille. I'm going to get in here as close as I can. Trim it out. I'm going to take this brown hackle. What I'm going to try to do is kind of stroke these fibers back. I want these fibers to align so that they lay back, which they're not really cooperating with me here. Let's try this again here. Here we go. Just wrap our hackle forward. I just kind of lightly brush the fibers back as I wrap. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is supposed to be a pretty buggy little stonefly. And once I get right up by the eye, I'm just going to capture that feather. A couple nice tight wraps. Get in nice and close and trim that out of the way. Then we can whip finish. Trim out any little straggler fibers that got caught. And we're going to trim our legs. I like to trim the legs fairly long. I like them to be about the length of the body. Big buggy stonefly. That's all there is to the Bitch Creek stonefly. Very easy fly to tie once you get the weave down, but also very effective, nice and heavy. Good fly on western freestones, and you can find the recipe as well as the materials to tie this fly at intheriffle.com.